Welcome to class IST 609. This is your instructor, Jake Drew. I'm Dr. Sam Sirakar, and I am here to help you. In this first video, I'm going to talk about the class, introduce you to the class, and I have posted the PowerPoint slides on the module 1 of the Blackboard in the Blackboard system, and this little short video is meant to go with the first 6 slides. So if you watch it and you can watch the slides with you, okay? So again, this is Jake Drew, your instructor for IST 609 for the winter online class. And it's an MBA class. Hopefully you're in the same class, you're in the right class, and that you can access the content. In the introduction, I'm going to talk about why do we need to use IT? Why, as a society, we need IT, and what is the class about, and how we're going to run the class, and why IT. Number one, societal needs. Society needs IT to be an innovative tool. And you think about how in the past many years, how information technology has transformed our society. Now we have driverless cars, we have electric cars, Tesla, and we also have solar panels. Those are all things that using technology or somewhat related to information technology that has changed our world. And the second part is the business needs IT. Business need IT to be efficient, to be productive. And there are many cases to illustrate about it. And in some of the IT classes, business strategy classes, you probably have learned some of that. And then the third and last point will be personal needs. Do we need IT for our life to live a better life? We definitely do. And we need IT for personal productivity. A spreadsheet will keep all your finance together. We need IT or information technology to communicate. Without internet or cell phone, we cannot even live a good life nowadays. So remember, the future is in the hands of IT, and this little thing, something called a cell phone, is not a cell phone anymore. It is a computer, cell phone, internet, and productive hub, and everything you need to have in order to live a life. And what is this class about? We want to understand technology, but not necessarily so much the details of one particular technology. Another way to put it is that we want you to understand technology as an enabler, as enabler for business, for transformation, and for you, more practically, you need to be able to use the information technology strategies to lead an organization in innovation, in productivity, in efficiency. So this is what we want. And in order to do that, we actually had 3 books chosen. One is the IT Leaders book, one is IT Savvy book, and the other one is IT Strategy book. The first 2 books are meant for you to do book report on. And then the last one, the IT Strategy, is based on our weekly content in our discussions. You think about another way to look at how the world is transformed by IT. And many years ago, no one would think that Uber will be something that we all know today. Uber has transformed a particular industry in the society, the taxi industry. And whether it's a good thing or bad thing, it's still controversial, but it is innovation, it's transformative. And there are many examples. Facebook changed the way we communicate. There are many examples of transformation. Now also, the relationship between an IT and organizations is viewed by many in the past as IT just as a tool to help to be productive to do certain things. But in the recent years, IT is more viewed as more of a strategy rather than a tool. I don't know whether you remember, about a few years ago in 2000, less than 10 years ago, 2009, 2010, Starbucks was hit by its revenue bottleneck, and the stock went down crazy. I think from a high of 60s to 20, and then it came bounced back because of technology. If you don't know anything about Starbucks as a technology company, you know the free Wi-Fi now. You have in all the businesses where you go, you have free Wi-Fi access in the hotels and in coffee shops. Starbucks was the pilot for that. Then how does IT help business? Besides being strategy, it's being IT used as strategy. IT can help business to in many ways, and it depends on each department, on each type of business. In some senses, IT is crucial in the company's existence. For example, Eastman Kodak. I don't know whether you know that company, a traditional camera making company. It was making shuttle-based cameras. And about 10 years ago, it didn't react fast enough to the changes in the world, and some newcomers in the digital camera, world came out very fast and strong. And Kodak did not respond fast enough. Now it paid its dues and learned the lesson, and it became bankrupt, and the company is gone. So how you can think about that? IT can not only just help a business to become better, but become more competitive, more productive, and serve its customers better. And again, IT can also help us to become better. You probably have many examples. I have many examples, and communication is one. Without IT, without information technology, communication will be tough nowadays for individuals. And collaboration and IT help us to be able to collaborate better. In our class, you're going to have to do book reports, and those are and the company strategy presentation. Those are group-based projects. I hope you can use technology to communicate, to collaborate, and to learn better, and to learn together and become better. So the goal for the class is are twofold. Number one, I want you to learn to think as a CIO. So the specific question we posted here is, as a new chief information officer or an IT director, what do you need to know to be successful? I've never been a CIO, but my co-instructor, Sam Sodakar, is a current sitting CIO at Cal State San Bernardino. He will be able to tell you a lot about that, and you should leverage his expertise. For people who don't even think about CIOs and who never been CIOs, I want you to turn around, think about the question in a different way. Just hypothetically, that right after this course, you are promoted to the IT director position in your organization. What is your IT strategy going forward? This is a major question I want you to ask after this course. So if you are put into the IT position, IT leader's position, what's your strategy? A lot of people think, I will never be an IT director. Who knows? You read the book of the IT leader who was not an IT person. He was a CFO, but he was put into that position. But he had a strategy. I want you to learn from him. The second question I want you to pay attention to in this class, or maybe a second goal, or Sam and I want you to think about is, as a knowledge worker in the digital age, how do you do old things in new ways? Remember the camera? The camera used to be shutter-based and film-driven. In order to get a picture, you need to take the picture and get the film, develop, and then print it. Today, you have a phone, cell phone, with a built-in digital camera. You can snap a picture and upload to any of your favorite social media, and it's there published. And we do things differently, but it was it's the old concept of developing a picture, but we do things differently. You also think about this. Even this class is an example of doing all things in different ways. 20 years ago, online teaching was not possible. And today, we can all meet online, and we don't have to see each other in person, but we can still get things done. I teach my class, you learn about IT. And this is how we do old things in new ways. And there are going to be many, many situations you need to learn how to do old things in new ways. I hope you learn in this class that you think differently, you become more IT savvy, both business-wise and personally. How is the class will be conducted? First of all, online. And online class is fascinating. And hopefully we can all learn from doing things online, become better online consumers of information, and become more competitive. And Sam and I will be facilitators. And you will be participants, players, members, and the information providers in some sense, because we ask you to submit homework, and in this sense, you provide information to us. And we'll be providers as well at point, but we'll mainly facilitate. We bring our materials together, we bring the class together and structure together for you to actually learn, to be engaged. In this sense, we're facilitators and consultants. Learning is actually between you, your group, and the blackboard, your reading, and the web. Hopefully, you learn a lot in this class. And again, we're here to help. Thank you, and hopefully you'll enjoy the class.